social studies test. Thank you, Jesus. So that was the last hard OA, aside from the science one that I have not retaken. I'm still in my pajamas. I didn't even comb my hair. I've been up studying for this test. And I came to a point where I'm like, you know what? This is as much information as I can get that I can pack in my head. Lord, I need you. Lord, I did not send myself on this journey. You sent me here. God, I need you. I need you, Lord. And I just passed it. Now, how good I passed it, I don't know. But I did pass it. The class is gone. All right, so now that I finished my victory lap, okay, my advisor is actually going to be out or is out of the office. I'm not sure why I wasn't told that, like alerted. So I can't have any classes moved up because one of the contingents to move up a class, like other than what my advisor can do, is to have no classes with an OA open. And we know I have that science class that I failed that's still sitting right up here. So I'm not going to sit here for the next week or so. Yeah, I'm not going to sit up here for the next week and not do anything. So what I'm going to do is use this week to study for this class, go ahead and take that assessment so that when she does come back, I'll just do the other classes. Honestly, it is not the way I wanted to do it, but it might be a better option. So I'm grateful for that. I'm about to get up and go take my walk. I'm very excited. I was just telling my husband, I was more certain that I passed the science test than I was that I passed that history exam, and I passed it. So I'm grateful to God for that, because at the end of the day, that's the only way. That's the only way. And since you won't see this video to after, I already showed you my little board right here. I have not talked to you about this, but I was going to work for a subbing company, like, become a sub. And my thought process was, I can become a sub, and then that's going to be the way that I can kind of like get my foot in the door, because I have put out applications. I tried to apply for Texas teachers, and they were like, I basically have to finish my degree, which I'm almost done. Their website says you can enter when you're almost done, but obviously you can't. I think it really depends on the type of university. And WGU does things a little differently as far as like how you calculate your GPA and all that kind of stuff. So they did not allow me entry with the courses that I have, even though I'm almost done. So I said, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to work for a subbing company. The subbing company tells me that I need to redo my fingerprints. Now, I've paid for at least 4 different fingerprints. This is the same finger, okay? All the fingerprints they need, they have. They have all the fingerprints they need. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I hear you. It's me trying to make my way. You know what I mean? Like, I need to figure out how I'm going to get the opportunity. And you're going to see it in this video as well. I am still working as a massage therapist. I told my boss, because I did get the position, that I need to change around my schedule. I change around my schedule at work. And the other opportunity that I have that actually pays more money, the opportunity opened up, and I have the opportunity to go work there. Now, that's going to give me all the extra resources. So then I asked myself the question, or the Lord prompts me to ask myself the question, however you want to say it. The question is asked to me, is being a sub about money? Because if being a sub is about money, the Lord's like, here's the money right here. But if being a sub is about you think that you need to find out how you're going to get the position, leave that up to me. That's none of your business. So that is the mindset that I went into taking the test with. Lord, you told me it's none of my business. You told me don't worry about it. You told me this is what you're going to do. I didn't send myself on this journey. Lord, I need you to do what it is that you said that you were going to do. I agree with what you want to do. I don't want to make my own way. There are a lot of different jobs. I could get a job with the state. I can get many different jobs. I can do many different things. I can go down many different paths, but I know where the Lord has told me to walk. So if he told me to walk there, where's the faith that he's going to make the path that he told me to walk on? That's the real problem here. So all that being said, welcome to this portion of the video. If you have not watched the first part of the video, then go and watch that. You guys also probably know at this point in time, I'm no longer a part of the YouTube partnership program, which I'm very excited about. So this video is going to be completely ad-free, And I'm excited about that because guess what? I'm not making this video for money. I'm making this video because I literally want to show you the backstory. I want to encourage you that, you know what? Those are just excuses, girl. Those are just excuses. That's just faithlessness is what that is. So I will see you later. Hello. So I'm taking a little study break and I'm about to open up some packages that just came. My advisor is out of the office. I don't know where she is. She's out of the office to take the science class. But guess what? I'm gonna use it to my benefit. To God be all the glory. I'm gonna go ahead, study, and take the science test. Now, because I failed it, there's a protocol that you have to go through every time you fail a class, which is why I would advise to just study as much as you can and only take the test when you're ready, because if you fail it, you have to go through their protocol, which usually takes longer, but sometimes it is helpful, okay? So it's like a really thick study guide that I have to complete. I'm working on that right now. I have just received the grace to finish it, okay? Because at first when I looked at it, I was really annoyed. I was really annoyed that I had to do it. I was really annoyed how long it was going to take, and I therefore didn't find the mental wherewithal to do it. So I've been working on that. With that being said, you guys know I am also planning, my sister's planning a wedding, has planned a wedding. Her wedding is this month as well. So I'm planning to graduate and go to my sister's wedding, like graduation celebration, sister wedding celebration, all in the same thing. So I do have some outfits here that have just arrived, and I have some other things that's been coming along the way. This looks like the rest of the items though. So I'm just gonna open them here with you together just because I thought this would be fun. So this is the first one. Now, all of the clothes that I got, even though it's on the beach, it's in the Bahamas, the last time I went to the Bahamas, I didn't have enough clothes on, okay? I'm a married woman, I'm a grown woman, and I know better now, so I'm definitely gonna do better. I'm not wearing no clothes out there, okay? So here's this. I think it's very cute, travel friendly, and guess what? A lot of these clothes, because they are grown up, they can dupe as like a part of my teacher wardrobe, which, by the way, I was telling you guys at the end of last video, like I didn't spend too much time preparing. There was a point where I knew that I was gonna go into the classroom though, and I bought like a bunch of teacher clothes. So I have a lot, like I did a whole, I spent like $500 on clothes just for classroom appropriate clothes. Here's the next one. This is cute, very cute. I love this. These colors are beautiful. I feel like I should try it on. Do I have enough time? Let's try it on. All right, so here's this one. Very cute, very cute. And I have another one like this. Let me show you. Here's the other one. It feels different, but it's because it doesn't have the lining in it that the other one have, but it's the same size. Again, beachy, grown woman. Very nice, very nice. I love this. Love this. All right, and here's this one, which is very cute. It's a dress. And then I also have this, just, you know, just because, like I said, grown, but I want to keep it cute. Okay, keep it cute. There we go. I love that. Very beachy, very cute. I love this. Oh, I do love this. Oh, this is too cute. So let's see. This actually ties right there in the back. This is very cute. This is very cute. The fabric does feel a little cheap, but you can tie it there. Tie it right there in the back. The model had this little piece open like that, but there's no need to do all that now. This is cute. Oh, let me show you the length down there. All right, now I don't really like shorts because of this whole deal right here. I don't even know if these shorts are on backward, but I bought another shirt because I wasn't sure if it came with this little bandeau. This actually goes like this. It's giving travel outfit. Very cute, definitely needs to be steamed. And I got it larger just because I wanted the shorts larger, you know, because I don't like that whole riding up situation. But as you can see, the shirt looks a little too large, but I still think it's pretty cute. A little shirt that I bought as a substitute, which I think actually looks better. Hold on. think that looks better. Dang, that's cute. All right, so I got all that situated. I really do like the way everything turned out. I'll put the price that I spent for all the clothes on the screen. I'm getting my hair done too, but you'll see all of that in this video actually. This video is gonna be more inclusive about some of the other things because the schooling stuff right now is just streamlined. I just really wanna share and document the entire experience. So that's all the clothes. Really love the way everything came out. Like I said, some of the material is a little cheap feeling, but it looks really nice on. And there's that. I did order some like a little glitter nose strip. I don't feel like getting up and going and get it, but I did order that. So this is a little purse, which is already looking way smaller than I expected. Wow. Ugh, it smells like fish. Why does it smell like fish? Okay, so here's a little bag, very small. Here's my hand. There's the bag. So it is cute though. So it will be perfect. This is probably the bag that I'm going to take with me. Ooh, baby. It feels very cheap. It's giving, girl, only put a wallet in here. I don't know if you can, that's very thin. Like, so here it is. Something nice, small, and cute. Okay. It's kind of, there's that. That's cute. It's a little cheap little bag. That definitely, it stinks. This little necklace. Oops. I still have a few other things to get, but like I said, I'm gonna show you that in this video. This one has a T. A T. And then there's a little heart. Just gonna keep those inside of there. The other one is a little cross of the same little gold cross. And then these actually look too small. I wanted to wear these with, like, to the wedding, which I didn't show you my wedding dress, but you'll see the pictures. I don't want to, not my wedding dress if it's my wedding. My wedding dress is in the dress that I'm going to wear to the wedding. Girl, are these my size? It says 1/2 inch, but so. Also no cute in my box. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, they are my size. Very nice, very nice. It's been a long time since I had some other material in my ear aside from stone and then the silicone ones that I wear. So I'm gonna wear these for the wedding. It's a little cute. Oh, let me show you the shoes, hold on. All right, so in that other video as well, you saw us trying on shoes. I don't know, you didn't see these though, because I didn't show them. These are the shoes that I ended up getting. They're just butterfly, it's just a butterfly. And I don't know if you can tell, but they're very, very sparkly. I paid $27.99 for them, and they were originally $79. So I got them on discount at Dillard's, very nice. But I still want to get a pair of heels, just like a simple strappy heel, especially to wear like to the wedding. The reason why I'm showing you all this stuff now is because I am not going to spend my vacation, okay? Holding the phone up, doing a bunch of talking, showing a bunch of outfits. And I might show you like the actual resort and stuff like that, just because it's a like destination place for travel, and I do want to get like stuff like that, but it's gonna probably be more silent. Okay, so let me go take my walk, girl. I'll see you later. Good morning, girls. Nice and sunny outside, 75 degrees. I am headed to one of my spa jobs. This is day 1 out of day 3, and it's like an hour and 40 minutes or so away. So let me go work my shift. I did bring a little, what did I bring? I brought 2 of these. Got my water bottle, which I'll tell you about this water bottle. This water bottle is very nice. My husband found it on a discount aisle at Walmart. Best water bottle I ever had. And then I have this liquid IV, and that's what I'm gonna have like for my lunch today. Honestly, I usually don't really eat during my lunch break, but when I get back in the car and I'm ready to head home, I usually get a little hungry, okay? So I am headed on, and I will talk to you later. All right, it is a little after 10 now, and I have just made it to my destination. I have to come out here, not tomorrow, but the next 2 days, and I was looking at getting a hotel. But see, the thing is, this is like a college town, and the hotel rooms that are normally like literally $50 to $90 because nobody stays here, are now $300 to $500. So it looks like I'm going to be making the trip, unless on the day of I can find something a little cheaper, because I'm simply just not going to spend $300 on a hotel room. And I'm also not staying in the Roach Motel. So there's that. I have some time. I'm going to sit here and relax a bit before I go in. All right, so I'm finally home. About to eat some dinner. It's so good. I finally made it home. Oop. Here we are. It's 6:42. I had to leave at 8 this morning to make it to and from my destination. It's like an hour and 50-minute drive or so. I'm off tomorrow, but both Saturday and Sunday, I'm probably gonna have to make this drive because the hotel rooms in the area I told you before, they're very expensive. I did find one that was a little cheaper, but I'm gonna see if I want to pay for it, if I just want to take the drive. I'm at the end of this journey, this massage therapist journey, and I'm moving into something new, and this is kind of just what I have to do. Massage has been such a blessing to me. I have not ever had a job where I had to work this little, get paid this much, and I'm able to accomplish my goals. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to God, because at the end of the day, He's the only one that has done it for me.
Oh, and I thought, Mom, you did the same thing I have.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
All that stuff, city dish. It seems fine, but it doesn't truly work. Instead, we provide security solutions that help.
Oh, okay. Good morning. Good morning. It's 7:41 a.m. I'm leaving out a little later than the time that I scheduled, but I'm headed to that faraway spa again this morning. Had some breakfast for my lunch. Will be kind of like a dinner snack. I have 2 of these, and I have liquid IV, same as last time. So let me head off, and I'll talk to you later. So it says I'll get there at 9:13 a.m. There's probably not going to be any traffic on the road this early in the morning, especially not toward this time, maybe when I get a little closer. I was supposed to stay initially overnight, like I was supposed to get a hotel room. However, I told you earlier, the hotel rooms are still sky high, so I'm just kind of I'm gonna play it by ear. I don't have any extra clothes with me, so I could just wear what I have on if I do find a room at a decent price. But honestly, it's looking like I'm just gonna come back home, go back out there tomorrow, and finish out like that. This is really my last strenuous weekend working in massage, a purposeful weekend, I'll say it like that. From here on out, I have one other like appointment that someone asked me to do, but it's not like this far away. From here on out, I'm switching it up. I told you I put out applications, so I'm looking for a job currently in just working with children. I was thinking about taking something like in an infant room and then waiting until, oh, it's a different way it's taking me, and then waiting until school starts next year to, get in with a teacher position. I know you can start in the middle of the year. That's definitely a thing, but usually we got time. Usually when you start in the middle of the year, I feel as though, and the Lord, it can change my mind anytime, can do whatever he chooses to do, but usually when you start in the middle of the year, it's because somebody quit. And usually when people quit, it's because things are, out of order and all these other kind of things. So you usually have to do damage control when people quit like that. I don't necessarily want to come into it trying to clean up somebody else's mess. So I would much rather come in at the top of the year. And we know around the springtime, they really start to hire for that. Well, if I take some time, I can literally get all of my certifications that I need and be ready to go, all in this next school year round. The Lord say the same. Okay. So I think the bottom line is what I'm trying to say is this is my last weekend really working as a massage therapist. Now that I'm not going to be doing massage anymore, it's just no longer my full-time job. I'm off of the schedule at my current massage job, and it has served its purpose. It has been very good. There's not another job that I know of that I could have worked this little, got paid this much, and been able to finish off my degree. I'm still right now in the process of studying to take my science test. I'm looking at taking it Monday or Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to passing it. Okay. So yeah, that's that. I'm about to say, even if I don't pass it, but if I don't pass it, we'll get to that then. I'm looking forward to passing it. So that's all. I'm headed off to the spa this morning, listen to my music, and I'll talk to you probably later on. I'll just talk to you later. The sun is very bright. I can hardly see the screen, so I hope it's a good picture here. It is 8:48 in the morning. This is day 3, well, day 4 of me driving out here. Wait, day 3, 4, right? 4, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. No, so day 3 of 3. It's my last day driving out here, as you can see. I did not stay in the hotel because the hotel prices did not go down. They probably went down again today, but I don't need it. The drive wasn't that bad. Today, I don't have any 90-minute appointments. I have 4-hour massages, so I'm looking forward to getting in, getting out, and coming back home, getting prepared for my science test. So I'll talk to you later. That's my science test. Okay, so I've done my victory cry. Let me tell you, this class has really taken it out of me. It's in the middle of the day. It's almost 4 o'clock. I usually don't take assessments this late. I had a lot of stuff going on in the background, a lot of stuff. And I really and truly felt the Lord share with me what the problem is. I had to pray for myself because the information just wasn't clicking. So I did study ever so slightly, as much as I could, but I didn't go crazy, if I'm honest with you. They walked me through. I can't show you all the emails, but I'm gonna share one here with you in a second. Let's go back. So you remember in that last video, I took this class. Let me pull up the course, hold on. Thank you, Jesus. Lord, you are so faithful. You are so faithful. You're so faithful. You're so faithful. So the first time I took this assessment, it was 9/23, and I did not pass. Okay. I also took the pre-assessment 9/21, and I did not pass. So I waited 2 days. I took the assessment, and I didn't pass. Last night, or nope, not last night. Yeah, I finished it last night, or the night before last. So 10/10, I took the assessment again after a very rigorous study plan. I told you guys, when you fail an assessment, you have to go through the university's plan for you to pass it. And usually it's about at least a week. So I had to do this really thick study guide, which I told you about. And I wasn't going to tell them anything, but last night, or should I say early this morning, I knew that I was going to take the test today. So a lot of stuff happened yesterday, and it really impacted my ability to study for the materials. But I still was praying, still was pressing. The Lord showed me something. I started praying even more, started pressing. And I sent them an email because they emailed me, and the lady says, hey, thanks for taking the science curriculum readiness check. It looks like your score of 29 out of 45 on the quiz. We'd like you to score a bit higher. What else do you think would help you to prepare for your next try? Please let us know what you are thinking. Now, I had to work yesterday. You saw I drove, like I wasn't even in town yesterday, so I was out of town. And I did fail the little test that they gave me. I thought I knew the information. I didn't. It just became more stressful. After filling out the study guide and everything, it just became more stressful. So at 1:35 this morning, I said, hey there, thanks for getting in touch. I've been putting in more time to study materials myself. Honestly, the study guide was more stressful than helpful. I found it tough to locate the answers. So instead of really understanding the material, I felt like I was just hunting for answers. On the flip side, the videos my instructor shared with me were way more of my learning style and super helpful. I've taken the pre-assessment again, and I'm continuing to review the subject matter. I love to have a second shot at the OA, and we can go from there if possible. When I sent this, I said, Lord, if they will give me a second chance, I will take the second chance. Like, without all these other, not only will I take the second chance, but Lord, I need you to help me to seize this second chance that I have. That's really what I was thinking when I sent that. I did think about the possibility of failing, but I also said, you know what? Let's go from there. We'll go from there. Like, let's not talk about failing before it actually happens. Let's go from there. I sent them that at 1:35 a.m. and at 12:01 p.m. after my walk, I came back to this email. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Okay, good to know. Absolutely, when you have a moment. And she just told me to request the approval. So basically telling me, yes, you can go ahead and take it. I took it and passed it. Not only did I pass it, I almost got exemplary on 2 of the sections. The Lord surely is faithful. He is so good. He's 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 better than good. So that was literally the last challenging class for me. Everything else, we're about to get this degree. Good morning. I am headed to my appointments. Where, girl? But I don't know where I'm going. Let's see. 8:45. All right, it says I'll get there at 8:45, so let's go. She did an amazing job. I'm going to post a picture of the back of my hair. This part can be wet. I can put water on it, okay? And kind of, I love it. Girl, you hold on. Can you see? I absolutely love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. She was so sweet. It was literally like the best salon experience that I have, I'm gonna go ahead and say, ever had. And honestly, I was a bit skeptical because some things I've just become a skeptic on because people are so trifling out here. And I know as you're looking at me, you're like, girl, it's black hair, whatever. But they be trifling. The stylists be trifling. They be doing trifling stuff. From showing up late and all kind of stuff. And I knew by the area that she's in. And when I saw it, I'm like, okay. In order to uphold business over here, you've got to have a certain level of professionalism going on. So I am so grateful. I'm so excited. I'm grateful. And it looks like one of my tasks just came back completed. So one of my classes are finished. Been updated. Some of the stuff has already come off there, but yeah. Girl, you can barely see me. It's very early in the morning, 6:41. I'm headed to my nail appointment with my sister. We had a long day today. So I'm at a coffee shop, right? And my husband used to be the culinary arts teacher for like a career culinary arts school that's in the area high school. And some of the students got like job placement, right? So I'm at the coffee shop. And he said, tell her to put it on my tab. And I'm like, I already paid for it. And he's like, I said, how else would you know I'm here if I didn't already pay for it? Like if you didn't see like the notification on my account. And he said, because I'm behind you. I look behind me. Why is my husband behind me? I said, what is going on here? He was going to bring me a coffee. But anyway, so I'm headed to my appointment. I got my sister and myself pumpkin pie latte, so that should be delicious. And I hope that she's awake because it does look pretty early. I think she's gonna be awake. She said 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna be there on time. It also was pretty strange this morning to wake up with absolutely nothing to do as far as assignments are concerned. I finished all of my assignments. I told you, maybe I didn't tell you, because there was a lot of crying in this video, and I was like, this is not really how I want this video to go. I do want to capture everything, but so maybe like 3 days ago, what's today? Okay, so Monday, girl, wasn't that long ago. Today's Wednesday. So Monday, because everybody was gone, I'm no longer on my work schedule, I took the time and I completed, my advisor moves up my last 2 classes. I opened those last 2 classes and did all the assignments in them. So both of the assignments were lesson plans, and then you had to teach. But it was like a pre-recorded teach, which I love those as opposed to the simulation. That thing be annoying sometimes, but it's really the same idea. So you just don't have any feedback. So I did both of those, submitted the lesson plans, went take my walk, and the same day the evaluators evaluated that course. Now, when I was at the park, I was walking, I saw that they said they couldn't open the link. And I was going to be mad, but you know what I did? I just recorded it again. And they literally graded everything the same day, and I passed the class the same day. So when I woke up on Tuesday, I only had 1 more class left. Now, again, I did all of the work for that class as well when I did the work for the first class. So it was stressful, honestly, just because there's a lot going on. It just became like very stressful, but I didn't let the stress of the moment stop me from doing it. So I did all the assignments in there, the teaching and the lesson plan for that one, but that one also had an OA. I said, you know what, let me study this stuff and take this OA. The OA was not as easy as I thought it would be for a fine arts class. It was a bunch of jargon. And I'm like, Lord, I've come this far. I'm praying. Of course I'm praying. Every test that I've taken so far, it's literally a prayer, okay? Because when you fail a test, they make you go through all these crazy requirements, and it's a bit defeating, okay? So prayer has been my weapon, of course. So I passed that test, and after that, I literally had nothing left to do. They sent back one of the lesson plans for that course yesterday. I fixed it. I sent it back. But again, it was the same thing. I forgot to send them the attachment that I used to print my stuff. So one of the lessons was missing from it. So I just resubmitted it, and that's that. So I'm excited for it. Once they finish grading the stuff in there, I literally have my degree. And we gonna talk about it. But as you can see, the last clip, when I finally took that test, I literally had no words. I had everything to say and nothing was coming out of my mouth. It's like, God, you've been so good. You've been so faithful. And look at what you've done. So, again, today's going to be a fun day, relaxing. This trip truly is going to be a graduation present and my sister's wedding. My sister's wedding, first and foremost, a graduation present. And not just graduating from school, girl, graduating from many things, okay? Many, many things. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to continue to share. Huh? You in the guest room? So it is in fact not even 8 a.m. We then how about I do? You can have that as an extra. What is it like? It's a sticker. Is yeah. Here comes the bride. I cannot be over here trying to cut each one of these out. This is take too much time. Do what? Make the same. I didn't realize that the number wasn't like consecutive. Like, it's whichever one you do. Like, your number would have been after mine. It's right there. It's like this. And then. Still stop it. It is 5:10 p.m. and today's been a long day. So we got a few things done. Nails, check. They're so nice. But I think she's gonna cut them down for me because they're long to be dealing around with garments and stuff like that. They're pretty long, but I love them. I went to the hair store and picked up some of these bangles. These are the bangles that I want. As you can see, the gold accents here, there, everywhere. I'm gonna have gold plugs in. I really wanted those, but they were charging per bangle, so it's $3.99 per bangle. And I'm like, you know, those bangles you literally used to be like $1 back in the day. You used to be able to get a stack of them. How we charging per bangle now? Like everything was just high. And the sunshades, I wanted to get some sunshades, even though I have some. But I wanted something that was like larger to cover my face. And they were like $8.99. And I know you look at me like $8.99 is not bad, but $8.99 for just regular old cheapo sunshades? No, ma'am, Pam. You can go to Burlington Coat Factory and get sunshades for $8.99 there. Okay? All right. So, and don't think I'm just being like, oh, I gotta get it. No. Because I just finished having like a very serious conversation, and we'll get to it later. But I really am going to try my best to enjoy this time without thinking of the other things right now. Yeah, so good morning, girl. So I have been busy. I came home probably right before 10 last night. I got my eyebrows done, as you can tell. I think she did a wonderful job. The plan was to get like tint or something like that, but I'm just really not into those things. I used to try to be, especially for my sister and things like that, but I'm just really not into those things. So here is what we have going on. My hair, I think I'm gonna probably leave it like that, but I'll work on that later. My nails that were done yesterday, I actually wanted them a little lower. Again, I'm just really not into that. I wanted them a little lower, so I kind of hacked them up. My sister probably won't be too happy about that, but last night when I came home, I clipped them down and stuff. But I'm about to go take my walk. But first, I wanted to go through some of these. I bought this stuff yesterday. This one I already had. Apparently you can't just get bangles anymore. We used to be able to go to the store and just pick some up. Like at the mall especially, they all had those very small, cheap ones. Nordstrom Rack did have like a stack, but the stack was $20 and then they weren't like the right size. So I got these from the hair store, but you had to pay per bracelet. So I only got 2 of them, which I think it's fine. I think that looks fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks perfect, actually. Too much might be too much. And only on one hand. Maybe? I don't know, girl. I'm done. I'm over it. It's got about 4 days until we go. I got a revision for that last assignment. I had to sit here and literally, ouch. I had to make an artifact with some clay, which is why I have my clay right here. So hopefully that's what they were wanting me to do. Let's put these 2 in here. And then I went to this store called Miss A, which is in the mall. There's a little passport book. I thought that was so cute. And I'm going to, of course, use it and decorate it. I'm gonna put my passport in there. That's so cute. This is really what I went in there for. Again, the store is like a dollar store, but it's like a beauty dollar store. I wanted some larger sunshades like this, but the tint is not very dark on these. We're just gonna have to go with it, okay? I got this, thinking that it will go very nicely with the gold. And make sure you ain't got nothing crazy on there. You know, they love to put an eye. That's very cute. Look at that. I like it. This is for my Bubba girl. I think this is what it was. So the total came to like $18. And I don't have 18 items here. I got 2 things for my sister, but I think this was more than, I don't think this was $1. But it's okay. I have an ankle bracelet on right now, but it's not gold. Not that that matters entirely, but I did, since everything else is gold, get that. Again, I don't really wear mascara and stuff like that. However, there's going to be lots of pictures taken. It is a wedding after all. So I was like, just pick up some of these. They said they had cruelty-free makeup, so got 2 of those. I don't think those were $1 either. You know, I don't think. And then the little eyelash curler, which I don't know how to use, but that's okay. And then one more mascara. It's my husband's calling. I did not tell you guys about the trip to Spa World. This is going to be a very inclusive video, but it is what it is, because I don't plan on doing another one of these type of videos really in a really long time, honestly. So we went to this place called Spa World here in Houston. There's another one that's called the Gangnam Spa, which we both been to before, and we never went to Spa World, so I chose Spa World. And it was my sister's gift to me for finishing those hours, days. Okay, I didn't participate in the whole day's process, but it took us hours, and she had been working on those menus for at least a week. So there's that. Like the book binding part of it. Anyway, so we finished them up, and we had planned for a while now, I would say like a month, that we would go to the spa, and we did. So I chose Spa World, and we were done late at night, which we didn't expect. I really wanted to spend a full day there, but we didn't end up spending a full day there because the menus took quite a bit of time. They stopped doing like spa services at 8:30 was the last one that you could book. So we took that last slot, booked it online. You have to use your credit card to hold it. You don't have to pay there. Like, you don't have to pay when you hold it online, but you do have to place your credit card there. And yes, the credit card has to be like a legit card. It could be, I think, like a Cash App card or something like that. But you can't just use like a card that's not real. You actually have to put a real card there. Somehow they verified it. Because I had an old card up there, and I saw that it was like, that's an invalid card. So they do check the validity of the card. We went, we checked in. The people was very friendly. I put the day of the week on the screen. I can't even think right now. I put the day of the week that it was on the screen. There wasn't too many people, and like I said, we went late at night. Now both the places are like this. You go into the little bathhouse area, and you will see naked women, okay? I mean, it's the men and women are separate, so if you're on the men's side, it's going to be only men, of course, and then on the women's side, it's all women. Even the workers there, they're all women. And you put on everybody in the spa has on the same clothes. It's like a short and shirt set. If you have thicker thighs, and shorts usually rise up and stuff like that, they don't have too much stretch in them. They're not like spandex, it's like cotton stuff. So just go ahead and get like the size up. If you want to be real cozy, I would just get like I would normally probably wear medium, and we got extra larges, and they were perfectly fine. I did not bring my phone, so I couldn't like show you the pictures of my food and stuff like that, but we did eat there as well. The food was spot on. I never tried the food at Gangnam Spa, but the food at Spa World was so good. I'll put what I got on the screen, but I just remember it was a stone bowl. But I'll actually go on the website and find it, because I'll have time to edit this up for you real nice, okay? I'll find it. It was so good. I'll pull my sister had as well. I didn't taste hers, but the way she was eating it was good. The way she was eating some of mine too, it was good. We had to eat our food really quickly and then go back, because you have to be in the bathroom at a certain time. The lady did come and find us. We had on like little wristbands, so you don't have to walk around with like a purse and stuff like that. You have like a little waterproof wristband. Before you get any of their spa services, you have to bathe. So there's a shower back there, but then there's like smaller showers inside of where the bathhouse is. At Gangnam Spa, they only had those little smaller ones. Like, you literally had to sit down and just like bathe yourself, and everybody was there. If you like a bit more privacy, I would definitely say Spa World was a go, like, because it was like a full shower, like a shower you go to at the gym where there's a glass door closes. I loved it. You had to submerge, sit all the way in the pool before you get the, we call it the bath scrub. They're like wet room. They had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to say 3 tubs, all of different temperatures, 100 degrees. I think the next one was like 110. I don't know what the further one was. I know Gangnam Spa had a cold room. We didn't do anything else outside of like that and then our service, just because the spa was closing down on us, okay? So, oh, is it time to move up? Hold on. Yeah, the spa was closing down, so we didn't get to do every single thing. So we sat down, the people came and got us. Now, my sister warned me, she had gotten a scrub before. We got the scrub and honey. That she gotten the scrub before, and she was kind of letting me know what to expect, and I'm glad she did, because I'm gonna let you know what to expect, okay? Now, if you're going, she's gonna be wearing a white wedding dress, obviously. So you want your skin to be nice and clear, you know, and exfoliated. This thing was like exfoliated. Imagine if you take that little, you know, little scrub brush, like a loofah, and you put it all over your body, and then you do it with pressure. So it was very, if you have sensitive skin, definitely not for you. If you're just a sensitive person, definitely not for you. I really don't like stuff that hurts, you know what I mean? And I was able to do it. So just as long as you like reasonable, it'll be fine. I will say though, the only reason I don't know if I would do something like that again is it was very like naked. Okay, like you didn't have one. There's no, if you have kids, you know that feeling when you go into like labor and delivery, how it's just like, everybody's treating you like, oh, we all have vaginas here. It's kind of like that. It's very much like that. Scrubbing you down literally on the table. You like, it's like basically a massage table, but waterproof, in a shower, in like the shower room itself. Those are like separated, so you can't see the next person beside you. My sister said she went to one in Atlanta and you could. They were just like all tables. It's separate in that sense, but it's not very much privacy. Modesty is the word. It's not very much modesty going on. And I would imagine, just like I'm a massage therapist, so just like being a massage therapist, everybody has their own technique of how they scrub and stuff like that. So it is what it is. It was a very nice experience in that I've never had like a full body scrub. When I say full body, girl, you almost had to say, well, you don't have to go there. Okay, you don't have to go there. I scrub there. You don't have to scrub there. They did not like go in your intimate areas, like no, they didn't do that. But they did get the inside of your thigh, right? They were doing a lot, okay? So I'm glad she let me know that before we went in, because that would have been a bit like, oh, okay. Like, what you ate? It was a little like, what is going on? So I think when I left there, I just kept saying, wow, like really? Wow. A few, like, I just really couldn't believe it. But after the scrub, I like the water part. That was my favorite part, like putting the water on you, letting the water wash off. You most definitely did see, like, you know, I don't know if it was actual like the top layer of my skin or what. They had, and since we had the honey, the massage part of it was done with like honey. They did the honey on your face. It left your skin feeling you literally walked out of there feeling as though you had just been born, as far as like new skin, you know what I mean? So I really liked that. It was a nice experience overall. I'll just say that if you're interested in trying it out, just know that it's very naked. The one at Spa World, I just told you about the privacy. I never tried the one at Gangnam Spa, but I don't think theirs is separated. Yeah, there is, because she told me theirs are. So they had a steam room in the sauna, which is where we sat after we were done. Like I said, the food was good, the atmosphere was good. That one was much cleaner than Gangnam Spa, which cleanliness is the reason why I chose that one, because I saw a cucaracha at Gangnam, and I'm not really up for, I'm here to relax. I'm not here to be killing no roaches, okay? So there's that. I got my massage I was going to get a massage when I go to the Bahamas, but I'm good, girl. I'm good. So I did want to share that with you because, you know, before I forget about the experience. It was good. I'll put our toad on the screen. They also, one thing I didn't like working in the industry, but I know how they are. It's like a Korean, it's a Korean scrub, body scrub. So I know how some people are. We would never get away. When I say we, like, the spas and stuff that I work at, like a higher end spa, you would never get away with some of the things that they do. However, you also would never find it at that price, because the price that we paid for everything. You do have to pay to enter as well. So it's a separate admissions price. But the price that we paid for all that, including tips, was like under $400. You could pay you can get one service, okay? You yourself, you can get a massage and a facial at like Woodhouse Day Spa, and you can spend that. And you cannot even feel like anything happened. I'm just being honest with you. So I like that aspect of it. I do like things a bit more modest, but I can't. You know, I wouldn't say go with a friend, okay? Because it's like, it's a naked people just all over the place. Again, the place was not heavily populated, so there was that. But yeah, there it is.
This really special. Like a cake. A cake there. Ooh, that's cool.
Hello. So everybody just left. Well, my husband and my daughter left to go pick up my son. You saw tonight is his homecoming. It is 8:42 p.m. and probably about 30 minutes ago, I just got a notification that my last task passed. So I'm officially finished my degree. I'm finishing my degree. Girl, I was shouting. That's what you see, girl, look, crust in my eye. My eye was bloodshot red. I could not believe it. Yo, I could believe it. I could believe it, but I was definitely crust in my eye, girl. Okay. So let's take a look at what it looks like once it's all finished up here. I cannot. Okay. Let's log on in. So let's see what it looks like together. Oh my God. Hold on. So there we are, 100% complete, 2 terms. I was able to change that. So that's the goal that I put, which you've been seeing it there all along. 9 weeks left, 51 units completed. And it says you're all done here. I'm gonna go up to my degree plan. And as you can see, these are transfer units. These are the units I did in the first term. So February 2024, August 2024, July 2025. So as you can see, a lot more than I did the other times. But girl, I have been moving and shaking. To God be, hold on. She'll completed terms. To God be all of the glory. To God be all of the glory. Those 2 right there, that is the one that I exited out of the university, the integrated physical science. And this course as well was on that class list before I withdrew. I told you guys I withdrew. I will talk about that a little bit more later, but that was 11/22/24. So when I withdrew from those classes after I failed that, and I came back strong. So I'm grateful for that. All done. We're all done. So yeah, so now I guess I'm just going to be waiting for my advisor to contact me on Monday. In the meantime, I'm going to get my transcripts ready to send them over to Texas teachers.
Drop my shoes.
Let me tell you about the goodness of God in everything, in every season, in every situation. So my daughter wanted to go to the park. And you know, I got a lot going on. TMI, I guess, but it's that time of the month. I really just be chilling out, especially on this day. I'm about to leave out of town though. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get to take her to a park for a little while. Tomorrow is school, whatever. Let me just bring her to the park. I bring her to the park frequently, but today I really just wasn't feeling it. So I brought her out, I had my headphones and listen to my worship music. You know, I got one earbud in. The other thing is in my purse like this. I usually don't bring my whole purse out there, or I usually like clip it on the side or something like this, right? Like that. So I get home and I forget my headphones all the time. This is my second pair. The other pair, this is probably like my third pair, but this is the second pair because I lost the other one that looked like this. I threw it in the trash. And even though we were able to locate where it was, somebody had decided to throw a deep freezer out or something. And it was literally like, okay, well, we're not going to go through maggots and flies in the trash to get these headphones. So my husband bought me another pair. And I had those for a little while, so it was all good. I mean, not really, because who wants to spend unnecessary money? But I use these a lot. So I get home and I'm like, oh, you know what? I probably just forgot it in the car. And something just tells me to look at my phone and see. And I hate saying something tell me, because it's always the Holy Spirit telling me. I hate saying something tell me, but you know what I mean. So I look at my phone on the Find My, and it says that it was at the park. So I immediately, girl, didn't even sit down. Immediately got back in the car and go look for the earbud. Now, if you have AirPods, when you're on, or anything Apple, you can search for it, and it's literally like, it will show up as in like, show you like the hot cold game, like you're getting closer, you're getting further away. So I'm literally searching around. People looking at me crazy. I did ask a few people if they saw it. People was looking. At this point I was thinking everybody stole it, because I'm standing there and then the thing is moving away from me. So I stay there for about, another 10-15 minutes looking for it. At this point, I'm trying not to get mad because I know I'm about to go out of town. I'm like, Tanzania, people lose stuff. It's okay, okay? My husband might not be too excited about the fact that we just bought those, but people do lose stuff, and whatever. You're just going to have to wear your wired headphones and go out of town. Before I got here, though, I most definitely prayed about the finding of the headphones. You looking at me, and I'm being serious with you. I prayed about the headphones because I just told you I just got these. I just told you I'm going out of town. So it's not my goal to just waste money, okay? So I'm looking for it. I come and sit in the car, and I'm like, okay, so an address is popping up. Should I go to these people's house? But my husband is going to want to come with me to their house. So let me just sit here. Okay, so the thing is saying that my headphones are still at the park, but I looked in all the places that I was, and I didn't walk too many places. Okay, I was just sitting down. Okay, here, there, sitting down. So I'm like, trying to find out if I should go back there. And I was like, okay, let me give it one more go. I get out of the car, me knowing, I'm like, I'm not going to find it on the ground. It's not going to happen either. It's just not going to happen. So as I walk, I see one of the park rangers. Now, again, the other day, these people got on my nerves because they told me my daughter couldn't ride the scooter on. And I said, you know what? It's very nice of a park to have rules. So I see this man. He's got a little cross around his neck, which, okay. And he's picking up the trash. And I said, excuse me, sir, do you work for the park? And he said, yes. He said, yes, I do. And I said, I lost my headphones. And he's looking at me like he's the perfect type of person for them to have here at this park, okay? Because his facial expression, like as I'm talking to you, you can see my facial expression, like it looks like I'm excited, you know what I mean? He wasn't looking like that. He was looking like, tell me more about these headphones. He said, okay. He said, what do they look like? And he's not giving me any indication that he might have seen them. And I said, they have a little mushroom. Now, the color and all that kind of stuff, okay. The mushroom you're going to take note of. Everybody doesn't have a case that looks like this, obviously. He didn't ask me nothing about the feature, the Find My feature, none of that stuff. He said, what does it look like? I said, it has a little mushroom. He said, that's all I needed to know. Come with me this way. And he said, people usually don't hand me stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, I know. Usually when you lose stuff like this, it's just gone. For somebody to hand that to him, he locked it away in their little storage room. I was praising God, okay? I am so excited. And it just reminded me. I know, to you, it sounds crazy. But God's hand is in everything, and he's faithful in everything. There's some things that I'm praying for on this trip, okay? There's some family things that I'm praying for on this trip. There's some things that the Lord has promised me on this trip. As you can see, there's some things that the Lord simply just promised me. And he told me that this was the time. Not only was the time, but these are the days that he's going to answer prayers that I have been praying for a long time. And this was just a small reminder that, Tanzania, I am with you wherever you go. That I'm with you wherever you go. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm pretty sure my husband is going to be pleasantly surprised that I actually came back with the headphones. But I'm going to see you later, girl.